Ellie.
Hi.
I'm Gabby Davis, the backstage interviewer. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling 225. You're going against Brooklyn Barrett, a two-time women's champion, and that's the first Pro Wrestling 225 women's champion. Where's your head at?
So, one, I am very happy to be back at 225. I know it's been kind of a hot minute, but first ever champion, I made history. Brooklyn made champion, being the two-time champion, but that just means she's lost the title twice. So she's very familiar with the feeling of losing, which is exactly what's going to happen to her tonight. And after tonight, T-Games. Hey, champ. How you doing, baby?
Soul of Pro Wrestling 225, Corey Constantine. Somebody help me off this thing.
Pro Wrestling 225 family, welcome to Unleashed. I'm Spencer alongside Landon, and we are coming to you from the historic East Park Rec Center in Houma, Louisiana for Power Up.
It's time for some pro wrestling action right here in Houma, Louisiana, and we're going to kick it off with some women's action here on what today, as we're filming, is International Women's Day.
That's right, the return of the inaugural Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Champion as Dream Girl Ellie goes one-on-one tonight with the Killjoys, Brooklyn Barrett.
But in our main event tonight, it's champion versus champion, Spencer.
That's right, the SEC champion, the new SEC champion, Simon Phillips, is challenging the heavyweight champion, Vladimir Koloff, in our championship showcase main event. It's an incredible way to kick off Power Up. So let's get unleashed.
We are going to get started tonight with our women's match. Is your back better? You're marvelous. Time limit. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Chola, representing the Killjoys from Mobile, Alabama, the Dark Prodigy, Brooklyn Barrett.
We want to welcome you in to Power Up in Houma, Louisiana. And Brooklyn Barrett did not come alone, and she has a lot to prove tonight, Landon.
Spencer, it is Brooklyn Barrett's world, and we just have the pleasure of living in it. Tonight, Brooklyn Barrett goes one-on-one with the woman who kicked off the Women's Championship in Pro Wrestling 225, Dream Girl Ellie. This is going to be Brooklyn's biggest test to date. We're going to find out a lot in this one. What a way to kick off Power Up.
You ready, Landon? It's been a while.
There she is.
The inaugural Pro Wrestling 225 Women's Champion is back here at Power Up. Representing Level X, she is looking to climb her way back to the top of the women's division in Pro Wrestling 225.
What better way to do it than to take on the former two-time women's champion, Brooklyn Barrett, who's made quite the name for herself here in these recent months. Of course, one half of the 2024 Female Wrestlers of the Year is Brooklyn Barrett. And listen to the ovation for Dream Girl Ellie here in Houma. So good to have her back in Pro Wrestling 225.
Well, and it's such an interesting matchup that we have here, Landon, right? It's since Dream Girl Ellie has been gone from Pro Wrestling 225, Brooklyn Barrett has become women's champion not once, but twice. But as we know, ever since she lost the championship at Locked and Loaded, it's been a sort of a rocky road for Brooklyn Barrett, including a loss to Stella Wren at Super Gold. So, who needs this win more? Brooklyn Barrett to right the ship, or Dream Girl Ellie to climb her way back towards the top of the women's division in Pro Wrestling 225?
Spencer, I think that's exactly what we're about to find out. But listen, Dream Girl Ellie, clearly still all fun and games, sort of as we remember her, but Ellie has gone through a bit of a transformation in her absence here from Pro Wrestling 225. Of course, Dream Girl Ellie and Orion now...
Look at this here from Ellie.
Beautiful takedown.
The power.
As you saw, you're going to see a little bit more aggression from Ellie, as I was saying. Both of these two train in the Dark Arts Gym with Malachi Black and Zelina Vega now. So don't be surprised if you see a little bit more aggression, a little bit more intensity, some violent offense from Dream Girl Ellie in this one.
How about that? She went low there, and you can tell Barrett wasn't prepared for it. Dream Girl Ellie, that's 2-0 to kick this thing off, and Brooklyn Barrett may have to power up herself to get to Dream Girl Ellie's level here tonight.
Well, that's one of the things we've been so impressed with Brooklyn Barrett is how composed she remains throughout the matchup. But look at this once again. That's 3 now.
And Dream Girl Ellie is a veteran in the ring. You saw that just paying attention to Lucha LaCora, reminding LaCora, who's on the outside, that she knows that he's there. She's watching. She knows how the killjoys work.
Look at this. Okay, takedown from Brooklyn Barrett.
If we know one thing about Brooklyn Barrett, it's that she is a quick study. Oh my God. Big kick from Dream Girl Ellie. Charges in the corner.
There is the scorpion kick.
Beautiful job. And just when Brooklyn Barrett had her first bit of offense, Dream Girl Ellie turning things around, literally here with the airplane spin, turning it into, maybe a little nod to the women's champion, Quadzilla T. Gaines.
I think you're exactly right.
Oh!
What a clothesline, and this could be it right here. No, Brooklyn Barrett gets the shoulder up. But I think you're exactly right, Spencer. Dream Girl Ellie has not taken her eyes off the prize. She has been watching what's going on here in the women's division of Pro Wrestling 225. Brooklyn Barrett changes direction. Really impressive. And look at this. Going after that left arm of Dream Girl Ellie.
Well, and it's that left arm that just delivered that vicious clothesline to Brooklyn. So now she's trying to take that arm out of the equation.
Remove that weapon. Very, very smart offense. Very calculated from Brooklyn. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. Dream Girl Ellie gets that shoulder up real quick.
Lena, we say it every single time we see Brooklyn Barrett between those ropes. For someone so young, she acts so experienced.
Oh, those double knees right between the shoulder blades.
And I think that has a lot to do with Lucha LaCora being the trainer. As I say that, Brooklyn Barrett distracting official George Strong there so LaCora can deal more damage to the left arm of Dream Girl Ellie.
Exactly right. George Strong tied up, did not see any of it. And now Brooklyn smelling blood in the water.
Well, and what's so interesting, Landon, is we know that Lucha LaCora has a matchup later on tonight at Power Up.
Oh!
Brooklyn coming in strong.
So effectively uses those knees.
Cover on Dream Girl. Just a kick out at 2, but But Lakora has a match to focus on later with Orion, who is not here at ringside with Dream Girl Ellie because he is getting ready for that matchup. So I just think interesting strategy. We will see if that pays dividends for Lucha Lakora later on tonight at Power Up.
Makes you wonder how focused Lucha is later on, if he might be looking past Orion. But oh man, look at the leg extension and still ripping those arms out of the sockets with the assist from that top rope. Brutal offense, but Dream Girl
Ellie.
Ellie.
Elbow.
Ellie's trying to turn things around. That's one way to do it. Front kick, clothesline,
and a second one. Still with that left arm though.
Turns things around. Look at that hook kick from Ellie.
So good with those feet and the big suplex there. Sending Barrett whirling to the turnbuckle.
Trying to power through. Nobody home here in the corner. This might be Brooklyn's chance to get back on offense here. Gets that knee. No.
Barrett to the top rope now. Here comes the drop kick.
Very impressive, diving from the top.
To pin the first ever women's champion. No, a kick out at 2. An exciting start here to Unleash tonight. If you're enjoying the action, make sure you're following along by subscribing and liking Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed on our YouTube channel. Submission move now, but
looks like she was going for that vertigo to hell with that straight jacket, but Ellie, fortunately, is able to find the escape.
Oh! Gets it the second time, straight in the mush. And this thing might be as good as over. Landed.
Ellie might be looking for it here. Brooklyn's in position. Stroke of midnight. Here we go. And no! Brooklyn Barrett gets out of the way. Ellie connects with Lucha with the stroke of midnight, but look at this. Brooklyn Barrett capitalizing, crucifix cover, and that's a 3 count.
Dream Girl, watch out!
No! Second, you gotta be kidding me.
What the hell was that about?
Lucha Lakora with a headbutt on Dream Girl Ellie, what the hell?
Dream Girl is knocked out on her feet right now. No! Here comes Orion! Not a moment too soon.
Orion clearing house, coming to the aid of his Little X partner.
Completely unnecessary behavior from Lakora and the Killjoys. What message are you trying to send?
Look at this.
Lakora wants some right now. Oh, no, of course. Of course. Lakora is only going to fight on his terms. This has got to be all part of the plan. You can tell Brooklyn Barrett and Lucha Lakora came into Power Up with a game plan tonight, Landon.
It almost makes you wonder, were they even worried about picking up the win here, or were they just looking to humiliate Level X at Power Up?
Well, Landon, you can see now already they've accomplished both of those things. But Lakora has a date with Orion later on at Power Up. We'll see if they can even the score.
At Power Up in Houma, Louisiana. It is the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion versus the Pro Wrestling 225 SEC Champion. And now, this scenario is a little familiar to Vladimir Koloff. However, standing across the ring this time is Defiant Simon Phillips. Now, I've heard what you've had to say on podcast, Simon, and I hear the talk, the groundswell of conversation about the future of Pro Wrestling 225, the future of this industry, and Simon Phillips' name is spoken about frequently among those. Simon Phillips, your time may very well come, but it will not be at the expense of Vladimir Koloff. Understand, Simon Phillips, you may have some momentum, but nobody in Pro Wrestling 225 has the momentum of the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion, Vladimir Koloff. So try as you might, I will add you to the list of victims, including your brother, Simon Phillips, at Power Up in Houma. And then I will move on to the now two-time Super Gold winner. And trust me, I will see you at the finish line. Simon Phillips, you need more Koloff.
Simon, I know you're getting ready for that match against Koloff later tonight, but the fans want to know.
I don't give a damn what the fans want to know. Vladimir Koloff, today's the day. March 8th, 2025 is Pro Wrestling 225 Power Up. And I woke up this morning, so that means you're worried about Christian Blake. You're looking towards the future. You're writing me off. But what you need to understand is I'm the man wrecking all your plans. And when I drop you on your head tonight and pin you 1, 2, 3, I'm going to demand that Brett Landry add me to your little championship wrestling match with Christian Blake. See you tonight, boy.
Well, here comes the SEC champion.
Something new. I can say anything that I want anytime that I go out with them. Don't act like keep my bro. What's my fault? I'm cut all this day.
The only contest is a championship showcase match. Scheduled for 1 fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Dangerous Road, weighing 190 pounds. He is your Pro Wrestling 225 SEC champion. The toast on the coast. Simon Phillips.
Is there anyone more confident than Simon Phillips?
Listen, going into the Super Gold Rumble, Simon Phillips laid it out. He said, yeah, sure, he's the SEC champion, huge accomplishment. He's very proud of that title, but he has his eyes on the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship. He called his shot. He said he's going to be the heavyweight champion. Didn't win Super Gold Rumble, but here he is. He gets the heavyweight champion here at Power Up. What can Simon Phillips do at the top of the mountain? We're going to find out right here tonight against Vladimir Koloff. What an opportunity.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Vladimir Koloff, yours and mine, Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion, is here. And let me tell you, Power Up, one of his favorite events that Pro Wrestling 225 has ever put on. He grew up playing every video game under the sun here. And let me tell you something, those video games are a lot tougher in Mother Russia than here in the United States. Vladimir Koloff is chiseled, and he is ready to take on the SEC champion in this championship showcase.
And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing 102 kilos. He is your Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion, the Russian Destruction, Vladimir Koloff.
It has been 329 days of Vladimir Koloff as the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion. But let me ask you this. He's got the championship showcase with Simon Phillips tonight, but he knows.
Everybody wants to talk about the future, and they think the future is there. The future is now. Trust me.
As you were saying, Mr. Hunt.
Vladimir Koloff now knows who his next challenger is for the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship. And it's the guy, the man, the winningest wrestler in the history of Pro Wrestling 225 who he's been trying to get to trust him. The game changer, Christian Blake, who made history at Super Gold 9 as the first ever two-time winner of the Super Gold Rumble. Is Koloff looking ahead to the game changer? Or is he focused in on the level he has to play tonight? The SEC champion, Simon Phillips.
Level, I see what you did there. That was pretty good. We're gonna get an 8-bit cannonball. Look at that. 16-bit Koloff. You mentioned, is Koloff maybe looking past Simon Phillips? I guarantee you Simon Phillips is not looking past Koloff. He has been lasered in ever since Koloff walked through the curtain.
Listen to Houma, Louisiana. And Simon Phillips, laser focused, doesn't seem to actually be interested in facing the heavyweight champion right now.
Would you be? Oh, just got a Mario in the face.
First time for a needs more Koloff chant breaking out in Houma, Louisiana, and I'm sure you're just thrilled.
They want some Russian destruction in their lives. Everywhere needs a little bit more Koloff. They're sick of toast, is the problem. Needs more stroganoff, more like it. Here we go. Tying up. Oh my God! Look at the power of Koloff to kick off this championship showcase. And look, that looks pretty good there, Koloff. Oh man, did you see the height that Simon got?
Koloff turning his back on the SEC champion. Not the smartest move he's ever made, and Simon Phillips taking advantage early on now.
Got a championship showcase happening right here in Houma. Right by the Bayou Terrebonne. Huge shoulder tackle here from Koloff. Wait a minute.
Phillips leapfrogs.
Serious air on that one. For O'Connor roll, no Koloff hangs on. Going in, Koloff turns things around on Simon Phillips. Runs the ropes, look at the speed here. Koloff using that velocity to hit that cross body, and oh man, atomic drop. Whoa.
Oh, and then, yeah, we went inverted atomic drop to regular atomic drop.
How about that?
Taking the moveset back to the 8-bit 80s.
What is this, Fallout?
Here comes the elbow. Plants him. Cover. Kick out.
Koloff, all business. You saw he hooked both legs this time. Trying to get a quick, impressive win. And I think you brought up a good point, right? What does this mean for someone on the level of the SEC championship to take on the level of the heavyweight championship? In these years recently, there's been a lot of debate whether or not the SEC championship is on that equal footing. We've seen the wars that have been waged for the SEC championship. I mean, just think about the Iron Man match, the ladder match.
Landon. Almost asking for it. They're going to get it.
Oh!
Koloff trying to hollow out the chest of the SEC champion. Are we going to see it a third time? No, we sure aren't.
Houma's coming unglued for this one.
With good reason. Phillips now a big chop of his own. And Simon Phillips is here to prove that the SEC championship is on the same level as the heavyweight title there, Landon.
Ooh, Koloff might have something to say about that.
Keeping Phillips in the corner. Here we go, whips him across. Charging in. Koloff picking up the pace. We've seen this before.
Absolutely beautiful. Just plants him with the Uranagi, hooks the leg, only a 2 count.
Landon, I'm going to ask you a tough question. What is more important here tonight? Is it a bigger deal if Simon Phillips picks up the win against Vladimir Koloff, or if Vladimir Koloff loses to Simon Phillips here tonight? And I think either way, it sends shockwaves through Pro Wrestling 225. But I know, you gotta wonder, what does it mean?
Yeah, I mean, this match very well could pave the road for what's coming up in Pro Wrestling 225 in the year 2025. Simon Phillips picks up this win. Obviously, he's in line for a heavyweight championship match moving forward.
Well, right now, the only thing he's got in his future is a cannonball from...
Oh! Simon Phillips just narrowly escapes the cannonball, and look at this! Huge cross body.
The speed Simon Phillips gains.
Wastes absolutely no time, gets the double stomp. Koloff's in trouble here.
Pin the heavyweight champion now.
But look at this, Simon Phillips staying on the attack. Very, very smart.
Simon Phillips absolutely looking to make a name off of Vladimir Koloff here tonight. But we have to remember, yes, Simon Phillips is the SEC champion, but he did it by using brass knuckles given to him by Jeff Vance at Super Gold. I'm not going to say he, oh my God, charges in. Huge knee there and a boot to the face of Koloff. I don't know that he earned the SEC championship on his own at Super Bowl, but he's looking to earn a win here tonight.
Look, he's standing right there in the ring as the champion in a championship showcase. That man is the SEC champion, like it or not. But I don't think anyone could have foreseen what happened at Super Bowl. Spencer, to your point. The confidence just oozing off of Simon Phillips, and really surprising to me. I mean, if you'd have to be blind not to see the caliber of opponent that's standing across the ring from you. And Vladimir Koloff, and look at this lightning quick offense here from Phillips.
Well, how about Koloff going up and over, but Phillips used that momentum against him. And it's been all Simon Phillips here for the better half of this match.
An absolute tactician in the ring and able to execute. That is what makes Simon Phillips so dangerous, is not just his body, not just his strength, not just his power, but his brain. He's able to put together the winning combination more often than not.
Well, and Simon Phillips has been nearly impossible to slow down since he caused the breakup of Disobey. As Koloff gets back to a vertical base, chop to Phillips now, and Phillips goes low. Koloff trying to fight his way back into this, but Simon seems ready to go here.
I feel like we have to mention, we kicked off Super Gold 9, seeing Vladimir Koloff defend that heavyweight championship against the brother of Simon Phillips and JTM.
Oh, and you have to believe Simon Phillips is going to be on the receiving end of a Bertha bomb cover on Phillips. Now a kick out at 2. But you have to imagine that's a little bit of extra motivation for Simon Phillips, as if he needs it, right? Not only does he want to be the SEC champion and heavyweight champion, but to be able to do something his brother couldn't in beating Koloff, you know that's what Phillips is trying to do here tonight.
He got here, scoops him up, and a slam.
Power.
Look at this cover here. Simon Phillips, frequent covers by Phillips. You have to wonder, is that part of the game plan to keep Vladimir Koloff on his toes?
Well, I think it is. I think he's trying to avoid separation from Vladimir Koloff. He's been on him the whole time, and you can see it right here.
Trying to suffocate the heavyweight champion.
Koloff Koloff trying to force some separation between the two of them. Off the ropes, but into a sleeper now.
Very, very smart.
The SEC champion looking to put the heavyweight champion to sleep.
Koloff trying to fight out of it, but the champion is fading. All the momentum has been all Phillips here the past several minutes, and Koloff could be going to sleep right here.
Right, Koloff has fallen all the way to the mat below. Our senior official, DJ Petrie, in there checking out. Koloff, that arm has now dropped twice. One more, and this thing's as good as done, Landon. Here we go.
Oh! Koloff's alive.
Perhaps has not lost all of his lives here yet at Power Up.
Finds a great escape here. Koloff taking a second to recover.
Charges after Phillips. Beats him in the corner. Look at this. Phillips ducks under.
Look for that sickle, but no. Simon turns into a victory roll. Koloff turns things around. Beautiful leg drop.
A Russian leg sweep there from Vladimir Koloff.
Leg sweep, that's what I said.
Crawls to the cover, and Phillips does kick out, but few men use that maneuver as well as Vladimir Koloff.
One of the best. Koloff trying to put these puzzle pieces back together here. I don't think Vladimir Koloff expected this much fight out of the SEC champion tonight.
Well, here's the deal. Went for the sickle there. Phillips able to block it again. Big right hands. The strikes from Phillips.
Man, you asked right at the start of this match, who wants it more? Simon Phillips is proving it might be him, but look at this, Vladimir Koloff taking all this. Oh man, just lays out Phillips.
This thing is hard hitting. You don't want to be the champion that loses.
It's up. Oh. Some little Moscow street fight here in Houma.
Vladimir Koloff said it. He knows Simon Phillips could be the future of Pro Wrestling 225. But you and I both know, as Koloff again went for the sickle and Phillips again avoided, Koloff has no interest in the future coming anytime soon.
Oh! Explosive drop kick sends Simon Phillips crashing to the corner and in perfect position.
Watch out! Cannonball!
Good night.
Cover on the SEC champion, though, a kick out at 2. Landon, can you believe it?
Vladimir Koloff can't believe it. I can't believe it. Alexis Windsor can't believe it. Houma can't believe it. This thing is still going. What a championship showcase. And now, Vladimir Koloff knows exactly what he needs to do.
You know what this means, Landon? Signaling for the end.
Line him up, knock him down. Russian sickle coming right up.
Wait. Koloff climbing to the middle rope. What do we have in mind here?
Well, we noticed he's lining something up here for Simon, but no, the speed, the agility of Simon Phillips to get that leg all the way to the top to catch Vlad. That very, very impressive.
The change in strategy there may cost the heavyweight champion as Phillips has climbed to meet him at the top. What's he going
Look at this! Huge Frankensteiner, but Vladimir Koloff back on his feet.
Phillips blocks the forearm. Oh, but he eats the sickle! And now both men are down.
What a match!
A flurry of offense from both the heavyweight and SEC champion. Who is going to capitalize?
This has certainly lived up to all the hype. A showcase of the best here in Pro Wrestling 225. Make sure you are subscribed right here on Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed so you don't miss any of the action.
Koloff and Phillips fighting back to their feet. Big right from Phillips. Forearm there from Koloff. Man, Phillips has used those boots so well in this match tonight.
Educated feet. But Koloff, let's talk about the resiliency. Has been able to come back every time, but look at this. Simon Phillips once again just outpaces Koloff, and now Koloff following Phillips.
Here we go. Koloff was ready for it this time.
Tries for that sickle again. No! Melee kick! Simon! Oh! Tries to get that knee up there, but Koloff just a second faster than the SEC champion. This is a cover. Oh,
What?
my God!
Simon Phillips, I think, yes, at the last possible second, lifts the shoulder up.
That is a defiant SEC champion.
What a main event of Unleashed here tonight.
An absolute war from our champions here in Pro Wrestling 225. Koloff, if he can hit this sickle right here, this thing's as good as done.
But Phillips avoids it, and a knee again.
Oh, oh no. Got him up.
Oh, power bomb.
Follows it up with a jackknife cover. Shoulders are down, and Koloff just barely gets the shoulder up. And Simon Phillips can't believe it.
Could you imagine if Phillips would have pinned the champion there? We would never hear the end of it.
What's it going to take for either of these men? And
Well, I think Phillips may have an idea. We know Koloff is known for bringing that chain to the ring.
can't use the chain?
I'm sure you'd be fine with it if Koloff used it.
Never seen Koloff use a foreign object. Are you kidding me?
DJ Petrie right where he needs to be, though. Gets rid of that chain from Phillips. But wait, it's what brought Phillips the SEC championship. Brass knuckles, but Koloff blocks it.
Saw it coming. Not able to use the weapon, but Simon Phillips still gets that knee. He connects, but oh no, Koloff catches Phillips on the way down. Phillips turns things around. Beautiful code breaker, just absolutely jacking the jaw there of Koloff.
You can tell Simon Phillips came in with a game plan with those brass knuckles. What happens now that plan didn't work? What's plan B?
Not able to execute. I think that was plan B. Spencer, he's gonna have to go to C, D, E. Oh, what is that?
Disrespectful. Phillips climbing to the top. Took too long.
Oh. Phillips trying to keep his footing. Winner of this war right here could be the winner of this whole match.
Heavyweight champion looking for a superplex. Phillips trying to fight his way out of it.
It's dangerous,
And he
dangerous
does.
territory.
Oh! Got way up there, Landon, with the boot.
What's Simon Phillips thinking here?
He's got the heavyweight champion on his shoulders. An electric, no! Poison Rana and a Russian sickle. Dear God, you can count to 100.
Here is your winner, the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion, the Russian Destruction, Vladimir Koloff.
What a match. Power Up was about showcasing the champions. And Simon Phillips stood toe-to-toe with Vladimir Koloff every step of the way. But it was the Russian sickle that put the SEC champion down. And he is 329 days strong. Vladimir Koloff knows that for now, he's still at the top of the mountain in Pro Wrestling 225.
Spencer, when you're at the top of the mountain, there's nowhere else to go. This was so important for both of these men to continue to sharpen that iron, to get that much better. A great test for both of these men. Both of these men walk out winners in my eyes. What a match.
Tonight on Unleashed was all about the championship showcase. But don't forget to join us right back here next week on Unleashed as the gold continues to reign. It's a triple threat tag team match for the Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Championships as the Pillar face the Killjoys and the Russell Twins with the gold on the line as we join you back here for part 2 of Power Up on Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed.